implications for service delivery. Research shows that small differences in context, convenience, and salience have large effects on crucial choices, such as whether to send a child to school, prevent illness, or save to start a business. That means development practitioners need to focus not only on what interventions are needed, but also on how they are implemented. That, in turn, requires implementing agencies to spend more time and resources experimenting, learning, and adapting during the intervention cycle. Second, as the risks and impact of climate change become clearer, we must use every tool at our disposal to confront the challenge. The report describes how, in addition to taxes and subsidies, behavioral and social insights can help. These include reframing messages to emphasize the visible and palpable benefits of reducing emissions, and the use of social norms to reduce energy consumption, social networks to motivate national commitments, and analogies to help people grasp climate forecasts. Third, development professionals and policymakers are, like all human beings, subject to psychological biases. Governments and international institutions, including the World Bank Group, can implement measures to mitigate these biases, such as more rigorously diagnosing the mindsets of the people we are trying to help and introducing processes to reduce the effect of biases on internal deliberations. The Ebola outbreak makes clear that misunderstanding and miscommunicating risks can have serious repercussions. Quarantining infected individuals can prove sensible, but trying to quarantine nations or entire ethnic groups violates human rights and may actually hinder efforts to control the outbreak of a disease. This year's World Development Report provides insight into how to address these and other current challenges, and introduces an important new agenda for the development community going forward. Jim Yong Kim, President, the World Bank Group.
Overview: Human Decision-Making and Development Policy. Every person seeks to steer his or her own course, and a great deal of development policy aims to supply the resources and information people in low and middle-income economies require in their voyage through life. But while such an approach is often appropriate, it can be incomplete. To understand why, consider a comparison with airplane pilots. During the middle decades of the 20th century, a number of flight and engine instruments were developed with the intention of improving how pilots steer their aircraft. But by the 1980s, the multiplying technological improvements and additional information had the opposite effect of what the designers had intended. Instead of assisting pilots in steering their courses, airplane cockpits had become increasingly complex environments in which the technical improvements stressed and even overwhelmed the pilots. Rates of pilot error rose. Experts in the field of human factors design, a multidisciplinary field based on the core idea that decision-making is the product of an interaction between mind and context, were contacted. The airplane cockpit was redesigned with close attention to how information is packaged and presented, so that it fit the human body and its cognitive abilities. These days, airplane cockpits contain fewer instruments than several decades ago because the design of cockpit instrument displays is based on a deeper understanding of human cognitive processes. Wiener and Nagel, 1988. The title of this report, Mind, Society and Behavior, captures the idea that paying attention to how humans think, the processes of mind, and how history and context shape thinking, the influence of society, can improve the design and implementation of development policies and interventions that target human choice and action, behavior. To put it differently, development policy is due for its own redesign based on careful consideration of human factors. This report aims to integrate recent findings on the psychological and social underpinnings of...
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.